posted. About a month. I skipped a month of posting. We'll get into all of it. I'm really happy to be back here in this space with you all. I wanted to make this video just kind of as a catch up, where I've been, where you all have been, a little bit of a fall Halloween trigger video as well. I was already going to make this kind of a video, kind of a chatty catch up, close whispering Halloween triggers video, and it actually worked out because I really wanted to give you all an update, catch up, all of that. So this was already a video in my lineup that I wanted to do. So I'm very happy to be back, like I said. Let's just get right into it. It's gonna be very casual, very chill. There might be some sounds outside today, tonight. Of course, when I return to filming, I just happened to pick a very busy night outside. I live in a city, town. I don't know exactly the cutoff to be a city and a town. I don't know, but it can get loud. I'm not in the middle of nowhere, so I usually do my best to keep sounds to a minimum, but it's pretty loud out there. So I'm hoping you all cannot hear that. But let's get into it. Like I said, just very casual. I started off here with my favorite Halloween mug. Isn't it so cute? It is a little cauldron. I got this last year, I believe, from Target. And it has a little spider web on it. I usually make a green tea latte type drink with, specifically in the fall, pumpkin oat milk from specifically Trader Joe's. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, I don't know exactly where Trader Joe's is located. Like, I know some grocery stores are only in specific areas of the country in the United States, but that is my absolute favorite. Fall time there is amazing. Their food, their fall food. If you're a pumpkin person, that is the place to go. I am a pumpkin person. Yeah, I'm not ashamed. I love it. Not really pumpkin spice, so I can't even drink a pumpkin spice latte. There's too much stuff in it that my body can't process. But I don't think I've actually ever had one. But I make my own pumpkin oat milk lattes, and it is so cute in this little cauldron because I like pour it and it goes up on the top and it's orange, so it looks like my cauldron is bubbling with orange, and it's so cute. So always pull this out in the fall. I don't know, by the time this goes up, it will be early, almost mid-October, if I am on top of things and follow my schedule. I should. I'm going to. And so it will be very much also from Target. Little disco ball. Pumpkin. Super cute. With a gold stem. I don't have any nails on right now. I'm sorry. Things have happened. I can't be bothered. I apologize. What was I saying? Yes, it will be already spooky season at this point in time. It is still September. But something I always say is that spooky season starts. I love Halloween. If you couldn't kind of maybe make a guess from my channel and the content on my channel, I love spooky, creepy, fun things like that. But I always say spooky season starts the day after my birthday, and my birthday is early September. So, the second my birthday passes, it is spooky season. In my world, at least. I thought this was super cute. I went on a little Target excursion with my sister a few weeks ago, and got only a few things. I try not to overconsume, but I thought this was very fitting for me. Again, if you kind of have guessed from my videos and my style, I love retro things. So I have a few other things to share, Halloween things and whatnot, as we enter this fall season. And just to get back to what's been going on, where I've been, I'm gonna try my best to multitask. Sometimes I'm not the best at it. I'm gonna go to some mic brushing here. Just my own sanity, my own attention. So, I was going to start filming September's videos. So I always film like a week or two before the next month hits. So I was gonna film at the end of August, and really heavy life things happened. I'm not gonna get into too much details because I don't want to get emotional. I can already feel myself getting emotional. But basically, a family member of mine passed away, and it was right at the end of August. So, I can imagine you would all kind of understand how hard that is. And it's something that is obviously still very hard, so I just had to, there was no way, I was in no condition to film, and dealing with that, processing that, and then a week, 2 weeks after they had passed, my family, we had already had a vacation planned, and we kind of went back and forth if we wanted to even go because of things that were happening. But we made the decision that, you know what, this is actually kind of a blessing in disguise because we can all be there for each other while we're all kind of processing this loss. It wasn't sudden, it was expected, yet still, extremely went, we also almost didn't go because at the time where I live, there were raging wildfires everywhere. And where my mom lives, she is right just in the middle, kind of, I don't want to say in the middle of nowhere, it's not, but she's near mountains, very much surrounded by mountains, and it was getting scarily close to her house. It's not the first time that's happened. I grew up with kind of wildfire season and getting evacuated, and it's not the first time, but every single time is terrifying. And so that was kind of another reason we were debating maybe staying home. But we were really tracking it closely and, decided, okay, we're gonna go. If we need to come back, we will. And thankfully, the fires kind of shifted up and away from her house, and we were tracking it the whole time. And maybe like 2 days into our vacation, it was like, okay, we're kind of in the clear, in the safe zone. She never had to evacuate, or her neighborhood never even was issued a warning, so that was good, but it still did get really close. So that was kind of another reason, and another stressor. It was just, when it rains, it pours. And so I'm really happy we went, because it was just so rejuvenating, and we were in the middle of nowhere, teeny tiny town on a mountain that took 10 minutes to drive down, and on a dirt road to get to the house, and it was just very healing, I guess would be a good word. So we did that right after, and there was no way I was gonna bring everything with me to film. I wanted to. I did. I took a few videos. Maybe I'll insert them. I might not. I might want to keep those memories for me. But I had that thought, oh my gosh, this would be so cool to make a video here, because the view was incredible, and it would have just been so beautiful. I wanted to share that with you all. So I might insert kind of some of the view there, but if I can figure it out and whatnot. But yeah, it was exactly what we needed, what I needed. And then we came back, and I took 2 weeks off, 1 week for our travel vacation, and then 1 week just to stay home and recuperate. And yeah, and I could have filmed during that week, but I just made the executive decision to not, because I needed the rest, I needed the break to just shut off, and I was also still crying every day, and I just wasn't gonna bring that energy to this space. So I just said, you know what, I was gonna try. I've had a few requests that really excite me, and I really wanted to try to get them in. I think someone asked for a meditation, sleep meditation, and that was actually already on my list and was gonna be coming up. And then someone asked for it, and I was like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna bump it up actually in an earlier month, because I plan my videos 3, ideally 4 months in advance. And then, I can kind of move things around as needed. And I already had that one planned, and then someone requested it. So I was gonna try to get it out for September's videos. And then everything happened, recuperate the time and put those videos elsewhere. So, but it's coming. I'm actually really excited for that one. There was another request for, I think, like a self-esteem video, like my more mental health based videos, which that really excites me when I get engagement on those videos, because those types of videos are why I started this channel. And not to say I don't love the other stuff I make, I do. They were both reasons why. But that just really excites me, so thank you. Thank you for those requests. I see them, I clock them, I put them on my list. And I also am aware I have not responded to comments. Again, everything happened just August, all of August, and pretty much all of July were just very heavy months. And it was really hard for me. I was pulled in so many directions, and I wanted to be here in this space, and responding to comments just wasn't a place or an area that I could be making videos, making content was. So yeah, it was just a give and take. So I apologize. I know I didn't respond, but I read every single comment. I really do. I guess I could just simply go in and like them, but I like to give time to respond. So if you see me responding like 3 months later, yeah, that's why. But I see them, I read everything that people say, I really do, and I so appreciate every single comment. Like, you can't even imagine. I'll get, the notification that someone commented, and I'll read it, and it really, really helps. Especially with what was happening, it was kind of a nice reprieve of, oh yeah, I have this space, and I'm really excited to get back to it. Just, I couldn't at the time, so yeah. And then I returned to work this week when I'm filming. It is the weekend, so this past week was my first week back, and it went well. Nothing too major happens, no crazies, sort of. Yeah, so it was nice. I hadn't been away from my job for that long. I hadn't been away from my clients for that long, and it was strange. I don't know. It was kind of strange. Like, I'm used to, I meet with people every single week for the most part. And so going 2 weeks not talking to people or not meeting with, certain people that I usually see every week, it was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, it was obviously nice. It's nice to have a break, but it was also kind of nice to get back into that routine, and everyone had so many updates, and it was very cool to hear about everyone's progress and hardships, and wherever they were at, given that kind of a lot of time had passed, which is not usually the norm. So yeah, I definitely, if you can, I recommend it. Take a vacation. Use your time. Use your vacation days. Use your sick time. All of that, because it was very, very, very helpful. So now I'm back to filming, obviously a little bit harder, this year. It looks different, it feels different, but yeah. So I have some things that I got from Montana that I wanted to share. I don't know what to start with. I'll start with, this would actually be kind of a cool video. I'll start with these here. So, we went to Yellowstone, and I got this keychain here. I don't know if it's gonna zoom, but I don't have the setting on for if I were to go like that. Usually it focuses, but I don't have that setting on right now. So it's a little Yellowstone. This is an image of the Mammoth Hot Springs, which is what we went and saw. So really pretty, colorful. Keychain, and what I said would be kind of a cool video would be, I don't know if I've mentioned this, I collect keychains. I started collecting them, gosh, I believe I was in 5th grade when I started collecting them. So I have a lot. Yeah, it's been almost 4th, 5th grade, I think is when I started. So you're like 9 or 10, so almost 20 years that I have been collecting keychains. And not just me, like friends, family, they know that I collect them, so they will sometimes bring me back a keychain from their travels, and I have a lot. I've actually wanted to, when I have my own place and I decorate for the holidays with the Christmas tree, I want to use my keychains as like ornaments instead of actual ornaments. Because of the fact that I have so many. I don't even know how many. So of course, wherever I go, I get another keychain. And from this trip, I actually got multiple. Usually I only get one. But we just did so many things that I really wanted to remember it. So this was one. Another one was just a simple Montana keychain. You can't see it. Just the shape of the state with some colors on it as well. seen one in person before. Yeah. Okay, so that was that. An amazing museum. If you ever go, I recommend it. If you live in Montana and you've never been, I'm sure you have, I recommend it. It was great. It was phenomenal. And let's see, we did Yellowstone. Speaking of Yellowstone, I also got this really cool hat from Yellowstone. I just thought it would make some kind of nice sounds. I love hats that are like this, what do you call this, faded, kind of this like faded look, like washed, it's washed. These are my favorite kind of hats. So when I saw it, I knew I was gonna get it. So, got this as well. I hope I can still wear it because I actually just today, this day of filming, I got a new piercing. I don't know if you can see it. My hair might be in the way. I think this is the forward helix. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. I think just this little guy. I don't know if you can see it. It's so small I can't even see it in the camera. But it's just right there. Yeah, I've been wanting to get that piercing for a while, so I was gonna get it on my vacation, but just the time it just wasn't, not the right time, so I did it today, had a free day, wasn't doing anything, so I said, you know what, let's just go, let me get it. I hardly felt anything. I have a lot of piercings, so I'm kind of familiar with that kind of pain, but obviously it's a different part of your ear, so. But I literally felt nothing. Like when he stuck the needle in, I didn't feel a thing. The only time it hurt was when he was trying to like bend the back so that it wasn't pointing out and it was pointing in. That was the only time that it was kind of, because he was like tugging at my ear, but other than that, I hardly felt anything. I was pleasantly surprised, but also not surprised at all, because like I said, I've had many piercings and most of them have not really hurt at all. So I'm curious to see the healing time, because sometimes piercings can take a while to heal for me. Hopefully not too long though. Hopefully I can sleep on it okay. We'll find out tonight. And I went said, you know what, let's do it. So he got his ears pierced as well, which looks nice. He wants to switch them out for hoops, which I think will look really cool. So it was kind of funny. He was nervous for the pain. He has tattoos and obviously knows what that feels like, but was always like kind of, I don't want to say scared, but just like, oh my gosh, that's gonna hurt. And I would always tell him, no, it doesn't. And so he finally just did it. And then I asked him, like, did it hurt? He was like, no, I barely felt anything. I was like, I know, I told you. So, yeah, it was cool. That was fun. So I did that today. I have 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more piercings that I want to get. I want 2 more. So I have 1 here. I want 3 up here so that it's symmetrical. I know it's hard to see. I have 3 down here and I want 3 up here. So I need 2 more on this ear. And then I want this one pierced. What's this one called? I don't remember. I don't remember the names. I just want this one, and then I want the inner one here pierced, where you can like see the circle of the earring. I forget that one. That one's gonna be my last one because that one looks painful. Yeah, that'll be in many years because I usually like give my ear like a year or 2 to heal in between, because like I said, I can take a long time to heal. This one I did 2 years ago and it is somewhat kind of still healing. Like if I bump it wrong, it's gonna start bleeding. So I don't know why. That's just how it's been for me always. So yeah. But I'm happy that I finally got it done. I wanted to do it for my birthday, which was the beginning of this month, and it is now the very end of this month. And then I stopped myself because I didn't want to be in pain on our vacation, because we left for our vacation shortly after my birthday, which again, like this year looks very different. My birthday it was a very nice day. I spent it with my family, but it was only 4 days after my loved one passed away, so it felt very different this year. That was also why it just didn't feel like the right time to go out and get a piercing. And then I didn't want to be in pain on our vacation because we left like a few days after that. And then I was gonna do it when we got back, and it just didn't happen. And now we're here. So finally got done, which is cool. So yeah, I like hardly feel it. Normally it's like throbbing. I hardly feel anything if I were to hit it, obviously, but that's cool. I'll take it. So let's see, what else do I have? I have 2 more things here. Okay. Just wanted to see how long I've been filming. I got this today also. We went to Target after just to get a few things. And I got this. I don't know if it's really big. It is a pumpkin pillow. I was gonna say pillow pumpkin. I thought it would be cute to put it in my office. Trying to decorate a little bit with like, I guess like neutral, like more so focused on the season than the holiday. Just as a therapist, just being very mindful of people's, I don't know, cultures and background, and not wanting to be just kind of a little bit neutral in how I decorate and stuff like that. Just being mindful, to not feel like exclusive exclusive to anyone. That's just a part of my job. Yeah. People can agree, disagree, but that's just like a legit part of my job. It's in our code of ethics that, not exactly that, but just things to consider. And that's just kind of how I uphold that code of ethics, in that I want to decorate, but I also want to be mindful. So I try to decorate with just like the season, so like pumpkins or leaves and stuff like that. And in the winter time, like snowflakes, even though it doesn't snow here. That's another thing. Where I live, it's hot, and it's been so hot this year. I mean, hence the wildfires. But it's literally like next week. Yeah, next week, so it'll have already passed by the time this video goes up. But the week before you're watching this, so the previous week from when you're watching this, it's gonna be like 102. So it makes it kind of hard to get in the spirit of fall and of spooky. But I'm trying. So I still drink my pumpkin lattes, even though it is 95 degrees outside. I think it was like 89 today, and it's gonna get hotter next week for me. In real time for you, it's now the past, but yeah. So all that to say, I'm trying to be fall and in the holiday season spirits, because I love fall and I love Halloween. So I thought I'd get this for my office. I thought this would be cute. I try to, like I said, decorate as much as I can. Make it feel cozy and cute. And yeah, so this was from Target. $5 section. If you have Target nearby, you've probably seen these everywhere. So I picked that up today, just kind of on a whim. Like I said, I try not to spend too much on stuff. Yeah, just being mindful. And then the last thing I got, I have been wanting for a very long time. And finally found one that met my criteria. So it is another kind of cloth item. It's gonna be kind of hard to show, but it is it's a Halloween sweater. It kind of looks like, with this like little stripe right here, it's like an oversized kind of long sweater, and it has a little ghost, a cat, and I think a little skull. But this looks like those little boos from Mario. That's what I thought it was initially. And then I read the description and it said skulls, and I was like, oh, it's a skull. But I still see the little ghosts from Mario, so I consider them ghosts also. But it kind of looks like a like Letterman's jacket or sweater, a Letterman sweater with this, there's a bug, with this like stripe right here, which is really cool because when I was in high school, sorry, I'm trying to get it so I can, you guys can see it. When I was in high school, there we go, I had a Letterman sweater. I had a lot of patches. I was in marching marching bands, wind ensemble, I did track for a little bit, badminton, winter guard. I did a lot. And then of course academics. So I had a lot of patches and stuff, so that made me like, okay, I guess I should get a jacket to put all this stuff on. But I was so small, and I still am. I'm probably the same size. And I just felt like the jackets would be super just overwhelming on my body. And so when we went to the place that they made the jackets, we asked, like, do you have like a different style? Could we do a sweater? And they did. They could. And I was the only person, not like bragging or anything, but I was the only person, I was the first person in my school to have a Letterman sweater. And I still have it. I love that thing. I'm so excited for it to just get more and more vintage. Because I can just picture, like, well, I hope, I don't know, like my kids or my grandkids wanting to wear it because it's a legit Letterman sweater from when Grandma went to high school. Like, that's really cool. But, yeah, and I would always have people, like, asking me, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know they made those. I had a few teachers being like, I remember my friend had a teacher who asked her, hey, are you friends with that girl who has the Letterman sweater? She's like, yeah, that's my best friend. And so she told her, can you tell her to, like, come into my classroom so I can see it, because I really want one. And yeah, it was funny. So I went into her classroom, and she just looked at it and I guess wanted to get one, like, as a teacher. But yeah, so it was kind of cool to, like, have this, because it reminded me of my sweater. But now it's obviously not a Letterman sweater. But I'd been wanting a Halloween cardigan forever. And for some reason, they're really hard to find. I just couldn't find one that I liked. And that was from, like, a legit website, I guess. I don't know, there's just some websites I feel a little iffy about buying from. So I got this one. And it's very warm, very thick, actually really, really good quality. And it makes me kind of sad, because, like I said, it's literally gonna be over 100 degrees next week, and here I am trying my best to get into the spirit, and the weather is making it very hard to do that. But that's okay. The nighttime, it gets a little cooler still, so that's always been another hardship, actually, because it's football season now, and I think homecoming just passed, and when I go to football games, I wanna, like, wear my colors and wear my Letterman sweater, and it's always too hot. That sweater is warm. It is extremely warm. When I would wear it in the winter time, that would be like the one layer I needed. It was very warm, and it was just kind of surprising because it was just a sweater, but it was thick. So I'm hoping, we were gonna try to go, me and my friends and my partner, to a football game in, like, mid-October. So I'm hoping it will be was too much. Hopefully I didn't miss sounds. Yeah, I'm usually very nitpicky with the sounds I let through, and if there's even slightly anything in the background, I try my best to cut it out. But I think this video, I just wanted it to be just authentic, and not that the other ones aren't, but it is what it is, you know? If there's sounds, it's okay. Sometimes I don't mind that. I don't know if that's just a me thing. It's kind of like oddly not comforting, but just like normalizing. Like, it feels like I'm actually there with the person, chatting and talking, when there's genuine background noise of the world around them because it's just normal. I don't know. That just might be a me thing. But I usually don't mind it, unless it's obviously like extremely loud and not, conducive to ASMR-ing. I didn't say that in the intro. Oh my gosh. I just remembered. Wow. I hope you enjoyed all of this ASMR-ing. And really, for everyone who is still here, I know as a viewer, when a YouTuber goes away for a bit and then they come back, it's kind of like, oh yeah, totally fine, no big deal. As a creator, and I understand it now, it's a little bit harder because it feels like, well, for once, number-wise and whatever, it can, like, kind of take a toll, because YouTube is like, oh, you're gone, okay, well, I'm not going to show your videos to people anymore, and that's always disheartening. So I try not to think too much about that when I have to go away for a little bit. So when I say, like, thank you for still being here, because it is kind of scary, like, you want the momentum, you need the momentum to keep people and to keep growing, and I still have been, and I am so thankful for that. I haven't posted, and I've reached people somehow. People have found my videos, and people have joined this little community that we have here still without posting, and that makes me really, really happy, because I just so genuinely want this space to be for you all, just a comforting, loving, peaceful place that you can go and exist as you are. So it makes me happy to see that, and from the bottom of my heart, as I always say, thank you so much for being here with me today. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you made it this far, comment down below maybe some things that you would like to share. Maybe some things you've done in the past few weeks while I've been gone. Just give us some updates. How are you doing? Maybe share some highlights. And if you feel comfortable, even some stressors, let us further build community around that. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Again, thank you so much for your presence. I greatly appreciate it. I very much look forward to seeing you